The secrets to becoming attractive and charming. Really, anyone can do it. Have you ever wondered how some people can walk into a room and instantly change the atmosphere, even though they're not particularly attractive or high status? They don't need to say much or show off. Their eyes, smile, and posture make everyone want to be around them. Meanwhile, there are people who try to paint themselves and chase other people's standards. The harder they try, the smaller, duller, and less attractive they feel. Why is that? Where does real charm come from? And can any of us become naturally attractive and energetic? I meet many people who are afraid that they are not good enough. They worry that they aren't beautiful, talented, or special enough to be loved or recognized. They try to change their appearance, learn to speak captivatingly, and imitate other styles. But the more they try, the emptier and more exhausted they feel. This is because they are trying to become someone else instead of being themselves. However, I have also met many people who started from the same place. They had nothing outstanding about them. They were insecure and closed off. They gradually changed, though, by cultivating three core qualities: morality, wisdom, and willpower. Morality helped them love and respect themselves. Instead of seeking external recognition, they learned to give wholeheartedly without expecting anything in return. This peace and compassion caused them to shine naturally. Wisdom helped them realize that true attractiveness comes from aligning their inner energy, words, actions, and thoughts. When they live authentically without needing to prove themselves, their peaceful energy naturally attracts others. Willpower helps them persevere in their daily practice of observing their minds and focusing on becoming better versions of themselves rather than perfect ones. They choose the path of inner development over competing with the world. Thanks to this, they gradually understand the laws of the mind and the universe. When you are full, you don't need to pursue. When you give, you naturally attract. Attraction is not a miracle of creation, but rather the inevitable result of a steadfast, loving, and free inner self. If you want to become naturally attractive and appealing without showing off, take small, consistent steps every day. 1. Cultivate fullness. Don't pursue. Be willing. Spend time on yourself instead of trying to prove something to others. Each day, choose an activity to nurture yourself, such as reading a page of a book, meditating for 10 minutes, taking a walk, learning a new skill, or taking care of your health. When you value your time, you radiate the frequency of I am enough. Others will naturally sense your independent, steadfast energy. At the same time, practice giving what you can, whether it's a compliment, a helping hand, or a smile. When you give without expecting anything in return, you spread loving energy, and the universe will give you abundance in return. 2. Live authentically by aligning your thoughts and actions. Let your thoughts, words, and actions all point toward a core value. Don't say things you don't believe or do things just to please others. People are sensitive to insincerity and attracted to authenticity. Practice mindfulness by observing yourself in each moment without judgment or denial. Have the courage to say no when necessary and yes when your heart truly agrees. When you are honest with yourself, you will feel light and free. That is the foundation of natural attraction. 3. Understand the law of yin and yang. Attract through harmony. Attraction comes not only from shining, yang, but also from creating space for others to shine, yin. Truly attractive people know how to listen deeply and make others feel understood. When conversing, don't just wait for your turn to speak. Listen with your eyes and your heart. Ask open-ended questions and compliment specific positive qualities, such as patience or kindness, rather than giving vague compliments. When others feel seen and valued, they will naturally be drawn to you. These 3 principles are simple. You don't need much time. Just practice persistently every day. Small, correct actions, if repeated continuously, will gradually change your entire energy. Once your inner self is stable, peaceful, and authentic, you will naturally become a source of light without trying to shine. None of these secrets look outward to gain attention. Rather, they turn inward to cultivate the inner self. This is not a 1 or 2 day journey, but rather a path of returning to yourself and learning to live deeply and authentically. When you understand and apply right view, the correct understanding of the mind and the universe, you will realize that attraction is not something to be sought, but rather the natural result of a free, complete, and enlightened soul. If you have ever felt not attractive enough or found a way to become more confident, please share your story in the comments section. Your experience may guide someone else on their journey of self-discovery.